Welcome, everybody. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to do a match rewind with wrestling figures. That's right. We're going to replay an actual wrestling match from 1990. One of my all-time favorites. Probably one of the biggest reasons why I became a Bret Hart fan was because of this match. We're going to be redoing the SummerSlam 1990, where it was the Hart Foundation versus Demolition in a 2 out of 3 falls. Now, let me set the stage. Demolition won the tag team titles from beating Haku and Andre the Giant. So, in that process, though, one of the Demolition members got hurt, Axe. So they had to bring in Crush to kind of as a failsafe, just in case Axe had to go away and actually take care of medical needs. They already had a team already built. So that's what causes this match to be a unique match, because we don't know until the match starts. Is it going to be Smash and Crush? Is it going to be Axe and Smash, the originals Demolition members? Or is it going to be Crush and Axe? We don't know. We find out minutes before the Hart Foundation come down that it's actually going to be Crush and Smash. So, in the back, they announce, hey, now we know who it's going to be. Bret Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart give out another crazy interview. And one of my favorite parts of the entire interview is they ask Anvil, so what do you think of this match? And he said, think? They don't pay me to think. They pay me to be tough like an anvil. Hence the name, right? And then Bret Hart gives one of the cheesiest parts of any interview that I can remember, and that was when he quotes Phil Collins. It's like we're two hearts beating as one. So then we actually come to the actual match, and the two commentators are Ray Piper and Vince McMahon. Keep in mind that Demolition has been the longest reigning tag team champions of all time at this point, right? So, with that being said, Vince McMahon is playing like he has no idea who any of these people are. It's classic. Oh, is that Smash? Is it Axe? I don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell these two apart. I never have been able to. So you're telling me in the last 4 years you've never been able to tell Smash? And I mean, it's just adding to the mystique of this match. And you'll find out later on why that was so critical to give that information up. Okay? So, from the get-go, we have the inexperienced Crush, who's only been kind of in Demolition for a couple months, going up against two of the greatest tag team professionals in Jim the Anvil Neidhart and Bret the Hitman Hart. So as the match starts, we end up seeing that it's going to be Bret Hart and Smash starting it out. So as they started out, they're trying to decide who's going to get the upper hand. And as they decide that, all of a sudden Smash tries to grab Bret Hart by the arm, and he does. But at the same time, Crush, showing his inexperience, comes into the ring, makes it to where the referee has to hold on to him, which gives Bret the Hitman Hart enough of a chance to bring him over to his corner so that Jim the Anvil Neidhart and him can actually start getting the upper hand and start attacking. So as this is happening, Crush gets sent outside, but it gave them that quick opening to where now they're able to cut off the tag team. The more that you can cut off that ring, the better your chance of winning the match is, because he can't get into tag. All right? But as we find out, they start working on the arm of Smash. Smash is getting pulverized, and they're doing the quick tags, which is great. That's what you want. You want to keep the person who's tired outside. You want to keep the guy fresh on the inside so he can take it. But eventually what ends up happening is that Crush does get in. And as he gets in, he is now the fresher man, a lot more powerful, and he's able to take out Bret Hart. So as that's happening, they now have it to where they have the ring cut off, they're attacking the Hitman, and this is when Bret Hart is starting to show that he's going to be, well, they could decide as future main eventer and singles person. So, big, heavy. But eventually what ends up happening is we have Jim the Anvil Neidhart and Crush outside. And when that happens, Jim the Anvil Neidhart is now out of play. And then we have it to where we set up for the first fall. That first fall is going to be when Bret Hart Smash and Crush are in the ring, and Bret Hart is set up for the finishing maneuver, which is when when Smash would hold him over his knee, Crush would drop his elbow, boom, setting up for the one, 2, 3. That's right. The first fall goes to Demolition. That sets the tone because now the Hart Foundation have to win 2 in order to become the new World Tag Team Champions. How are they going to do that? Well, once again, as soon as they can, they're going to cut off that ring to Bret the Hitman Hart to make sure that he can't get to the tag, making it to where Jim the Anvil Neidhart is on the outside. But once again, Crush shows his rookie mistake because there becomes a part where and Smash go for clothesline, and when they do, bam, they're out. Bret Hart slowly trying to get to his tag team partner, but Smash grabs his foot, being smart because cuts off the ring from him. But Crush, once again, showing that inexperience, comes over here and starts pulling on Smash's leg, and when he does, the referee kicks his foot, kicks Crush out of the ring. He falls down, gives Bret Hart a chance to make the tag, and this is when what they call a hot tag. So Smash goes down, Smash gets beaten up, and then all of a sudden, there's a melee because now Bret Hart has a chance to breathe. Once he has that chance to breathe, Jim the Anvil Neidhart's able to do some of his more powerful maneuvers, smashing people down, breaking down the match. Crush is now outside, not able to make the tag in. So then, as they do, the Hart Foundation, very, very technical in their tag team, cut off the ring again. So then, all of a sudden, Bret Hart tags himself in, and Vince McMahon goes, "What is going on? This doesn't make any sense. It looks like they're going after Crush." And then all of a sudden, he grabs him by the arm, slings him in, and then, bam, right into the gut. Smash is feeling pain. He goes, Crush tries to yet again. Crush is trying to come in. Boom. Bret Hart kicks him. He falls to the mat again. And then all of a sudden, without any kind of talking back and forth, Jim the Anvil Neidhart sets him up for their finishing maneuver, the heart attack. So as Bret Hart gets set up, goes in for a clothesline, does the heart attack. Oh, now it's time for the pin. Before they actually count the 3, Crush comes in, grabs the referee, picks him up, manhandles him, puts him into his corner, and then all of a sudden, as soon as he let go, all of a sudden the referees disqualify him. So the Hart Foundation are at 1-1. The reason why, the disqualification still counts as a win. So now it's 1-1. Right before they go to call the match again, though, so that the match can get started, they know that Bret Hart is the weaker of the two, and Crush, without fail, nails Bret the Hitman Hart. He goes out the rope, or outside the ring through the ropes. Jim the Anvil Neidhart's like, "Hey, I want to get in," but the referee says, "Can't do it. Bret Hart was the legal man." So Bret Hart has to get back in. So Jim the Anvil Neidhart goes out to the ring, and he's sitting there trying to wake him up. All the while, on the other side, Axe, who is not supposed to be in the match, all of a sudden comes in, and he's sliding underneath the ring. You can't see it, but he's sliding underneath the ring. Now, keep in mind, this match has been going on now for about 7 minutes. So with that 7 minutes, a lot of the face paint has now come off. So it's now very, very noticeable that Smash is not like fresh out of the gate. He is looking tired. He's looking exhausted. His hair is all matted with sweat. Crush, same way. But Crush is also quite a bit taller than Smash. So it is very noticeable whenever he's in the ring as opposed to Smash. Keep that in mind. Because as soon as they can do it, they actually get Bret Hart back into the ring. And now the match is back on. So once again, Bret Hart, because of Smash getting hit in the gut, he is very sensitive in that area. So all of a sudden, Bret kicks him in the gut, starting to hurt. He gets hit. All of a sudden, there's a tag. Bret Hart goes down. But in the meantime, the referee is being distracted yet again, and it's just enough to where they could do the old switcheroo. Smash goes underneath the ring, and all of a sudden, Axe is pretending like he's been in the fight for a long time. But keep in mind, he's got full face guard. His whole face is still completely fresh with makeup. Like because he hasn't been in the match at all. So he comes in, and then all of a sudden, of course, he's able to overpower the Hitman. And Bret Hart keeps getting overpowered and overpowered. And every time that he thinks he's going to set something up, all of a sudden again, boom, something happens and Bret's down. Axe and Crush do a great job of cutting off the ring this time. You're sitting there thinking, this can't happen. We cannot have the Demolition team beat the Hart Foundation by cheating. That we just can't have that, right? So time keeps going on. You start seeing that they're getting ready to do the switcheroo again, and then all of a sudden, a new tag team emerges. A tag team that's been upset that Demolition has been trying to copy off of them for years and years. And that tag team, LOD, Legion of Doom, make their pay-per-view debut. They come out, they see where the other tag team partner is at, and they pull him out from underneath the ring. And as they're doing that, Crush is getting ready to do another finishing maneuver, but Hawk knocks him off. He falls off the top rope, lands into the ring. The other Demolition member is trying to yell at LOD, trying to get him out of the area. He runs off without even noticing that all the while Crush is kind of limping along, and the Hart Foundation are setting up for the win, because as they are getting in the position, Jim the Anvil Neidhart jumps over the top rope, knocks him over with like a schoolboy type shenanigans. 1, 2, 3. As he's hitting the 3, he's trying to kick out, but it's too late. We have new tag team champions. That's right. One of my favorite tag team matches of all time. We had all the suspense and drama of thinking, oh my God, the cheaters are going to win. We can't have that happen. Then we have the brand new heroes of the era coming out in the Road Warriors / LOD. They distract. Now, here's the caveat that really kind of stinks about the whole match. Number one, the Hart Foundation split up shortly thereafter. Bret Hart becomes a singles wrestler. Jim the Anvil Neidhart basically goes off, does nothing for a good long while. Demolition, they end up getting beat by Legion of Doom over and over again. And then because of either health issues or contract issues or whatever it may be, Demolition ends up breaking up. Now, once again, I told you that Demolition was one of the longest reigning tag team champions of all time. It was so sad because they were one of my favorites, and I can't explain it why, but I think it was because they would just go in there and just beat people up. Like they said, they were axe and smash. They would just go in and just pound the heck out of people. And then you also bring in Crush, who was just big. But, all good things have to come to an end. Speaking of which, this has been my presentation of reenacting SummerSlam 1990. 2 out of 3 falls for the tag team titles, where Jim the Anvil Neidhart and Bret Hart, their second tag team championship. Please like, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about this. Would you like to see another one? And if so, what match would you like to see recreated? Be nice to yourself. Be nice to others. Have a great day, and we'll see you later.